Shaq is also telling you the realness of the ring. If you don't play well, if you don't contribute, it don't count. What's up, it's your boy Gilbert Arenas, aka Habachi. Listen, I don't know if you seen that Rockets Knicks game last night, but it was a good one. it was like early 2000s. I mean, like, we're talking about a very low-scoring game compared to the era. I think the final score was 106 to 108. What a barn burner. That's what they used to say back in the barn burner. So you can see how old I am. Knicks down 18 and made a hell of a comeback. So we're about to see the beginning of the fourth quarter. I think they're down about 14, 15. And let's just watch the Knicks at the Garden and the energy in this building. Let's go.
Good job from Anunoby. And Şengün throws up an air ball. Ball tipped inside, laid up and in from Finney Smith. Leaked out to head up the floor.
Ooh, nice. Hey, you got to read that. You got to feel that. You got to feel that play.
Good job from Anunoby. And Şengün throws up an air ball. Ball tipped inside, laid up and in from Finney Smith.
I get it.
Head up the floor.
You see your man come around. Nice pass.
Alvarado. Towns with the flush.
Let's go, Cat. And there's a lot of discord on Cat. there's a lot, and I used to be one of them. But I was never talking about his game. I was talking about just him. But we're gonna get to all that.
The crowd up a bit.
We're gonna get to all that later.
And that's a testament to the Rockets and the ground they cover.
Alvarado throws it back up. Shaman catch fire.
That boy, hey, welcome home, Alvarado. You, the way you played in New Orleans, you are a New York player for sure. You are New York all day, so welcome back to the crib. And you've been playing a hell of a basketball since you've been there.
Landry Shaman now with 13 points, and it's back to 11. Care of the basketball. Shepard launches it to Smith. Smith spots his feet. Three-pointers good. Jabari Smith now with...
I ain't gonna lie. I expected more from Houston this year. I know they're playing well, but I thought dominant. Like when you look at the line, look at this damn lineup.
13 points, and it's back to 11. Care of the basket.
Everybody on this goddamn court besides the point guard is 6'10" and above. You're supposed to be rim running all day, just dunking on folks.
Ball. Shepard launches it to Smith. Smith spots his feet. Three-pointers good.
Shot.
Jabari Smith now with 21 points, and it's right.
Some havoc on the perimeter and finding three-point shooters of his own.
Yeah, look at that. Old school. Put the look.
Towns, corner three, gets the three right back.
That's old school basketball right here. And this is what's great about Alvarado Adam. He's letting you know, man, you got a baby on you. Put him right there. Let's go. Go to work right there.
It's 46%.
And he still passed it.
Towns,
Hiya.
corner three, gets the three right back. And here comes Anunoby.
9-11. Okay, Mikhail. Oh, that's bucket all day. Hello. Yeah, G.R.C. Smith on it, baby. Oh, look, hey, man, look, let's go, man. That
Bridges throws it down. Timeout Rockets. It's a 6-point
energy.
game.
Like, there's one thing about New York, and I'm going to just say, New York fans, look, when I played, let me tell you about the Garden. As an opponent, the Garden was the best place on earth to play if you're a star player. Meaning, if I wasn't playing for my hometown in Washington, the next best place to play was the Garden. Because if I'm averaging 28 and 29, obviously I'm getting busy. So that means when I come in your court and I start getting busy because you guys are purists, meaning you guys just want to see good basketball. So if I'm giving it to you, you're actually rooting for me. Right? Which kind of is funny because the guy who's guarding me is is your player. So if I'm getting busy and you're cheering me on, that kind of really do something to him mentally. So the scouting report on New York Knicks was jump on him early, like get on him early, let the crowd turn against them, and then from there you just keep the crowd out of it, right? And that's usually, like by the fourth quarter, just don't make it a close game, because eventually when the crowd gets involved, because they are basketball New Yorkers, if they are rooting for the Knicks, they are the 6th, 7th, and 8th man in that building, and it is harder to beat the Knicks if the Knicks fans is rooting for the Knicks. So usually the thing was the Knicks' biggest rivals are the Knicks fans. So that was usually the assessment on playing in New York. But when the building is for that team, it is hard to beat the Knicks in the Garden.
To keep the ball out of his hands. Towns, nice move, couldn't finish, gets it back. Anunoby kept it alive. Towns, nice feed inside, and Anunoby throws it down. Jabari Smith on Brunson. Brunson, crossover, drives, pulls back.
You know what type of time you on. Not time, you know what type of demon you are. To ISO 6'10", 6'11", athletic, defensive player. They put him on you to take away your shot, and you like, I bet. It works on all sizes.
Puts it in. 4-point game with 4.5.
Are you? Listen. I don't care who you think you are defensively. Jalen Brunson, his skill set in getting his shot off works on anyone. Anyone can get it. I've seen him do the same move on 5'8" to 6'11". What he does is he has a master class of a step back, step under mid-range shot.
Towns, nice feet inside, and Anunoby throws it down.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Jabari Smith on Brunson.
Just look at twing, cross, steppy.
Back, puts it up,
Hello,
puts it
watch
in.
out. Who are you? Who are you?
4.5 to play.
Who are you? Hey, Joe. I see Joe. Hey, Joe's like,
Towns backs.
hey, so many celebrities is in the building today.
4-point game with 4.5 to play.
I see you, Joe. look at Joe like, damn. I don't know who you are, black man, but look, that's Joe Bush right there. That's Joe right there. Oh, that's Ben. That's Ben. But that's Joe right there. You looking a little old, but that's Joe right there. Okay, but the celebrities here, there's probably a couple more celebrities in here. We got Joe and his wife. White hair looks familiar. New York hat. I don't know. Lady standing up. Somebody's wife. Ben. Okay. I'm sorry, black man. I don't know who you are, but you shouldn't have a better seat than Joe. Just letting you know. Give it to the post. What we got? Post. Black him out. Hello. Let's go. Nah. This is why I say, look, y'all are reading Cat wrong. We're reading Cat wrong, man. We're reading this. Nah, big boy, what's happening? Nah, watch out. What's up? Watch out. Look, yeah. Hey, the battle is the battle.
Şengün, crowd wanted a foul on Şengün. Jabari Smith on Brunson.
You see what I did before you, would you? Now left hand.
It's good. Jalen Brunson nails another. It's back to 2.
If you're a little guard, and what's so funny is, Alvarado's a little guard. Brunson is a big guard in a sense of kind of like height, but like structurally small, if that makes sense. Like if we're both the same height, I look longer because of my arms and reach, right? So he has probably shorter arms. But the ability to just be able to get your shot off, like on anyone, right, left, it doesn't matter. Is learn how to put that ball in the basket if you're 6'4" and under. Him, Curry, right? You're talking about Maxey, like the ability to put the ball in the basket. Okay, Alvarado, let's go. Nice bucket.
How did he find the angle?
And they got him and Brunson there at the same time. They got a small lineup.
I think everybody in this building was expecting him to try.
Do y'all see it? Do y'all see what I'm seeing? Do y'all see what I'm seeing?
To find Jalen Brunson.
Why? 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 Why?
Knicks with a
And this is what Charles Barkley said about Cat. I want to say it about Houston itself. And we're going to get to Charles Barkley's comments after this game. Now, look at this court. Right? You tell me the sizes of the New York guards, all three of these on the back end. All right? You have basically 6 foot, basically a small. These three people in here, these three Knicks guards right here are non-athletic. And then you have 3 Houston players who are considered super athletes. You have 6'9.5", 6'10" Eason. You have Jabari Smith Jr., who is 6'10". Then you have an alien in A-Man, and the person who has the ball is being guarded by his personal matchup. Another 6'10" power forward. No advantage. The advantage is the 3 people that are on the off ball. If that means right now none of these guys are going to double. If you put any one of these 3 in the post, flash them to the post, and post them out, you are forced. There is a forced double because the advantage. If Eason cut right down the backside, who is stopping him? Nobody. If Jabari Smith went into the post, just flash, and you threw it up, there's nobody who can even challenge anything you throw towards the rim. This is where IQ comes in at. You got the 3 most athletic 3 with the smallest people guarding them, and this is what you're doing. Look at him.
Spins. Towns right there.
Steal.
Throws in the corner. Stolen by Alvarado. Knicks with a chance to tie or take the lead with a minute and a half remaining.
This fucking lineup is, you know what I'm going to say? And this is my ultimate lineup that I would have been playing. What the defense they're playing, the people that's on the court, is the perfect unguardable 5. But you have to be able to take advantage. I got my fucking center playing one-on-one against a guy who's actually faster than him at this moment in time.
Brunson the drive. Gets inside. Banks it in. Tie game. Picks it up.
Hey, that's a hell of a move.
Chance to tie or take.
Like you see, he understands his matchups, man.
Brunson the drive.
You know what's funny? This only makes sense if you're left-handed. If you're right-handed, it works the same way, but it doesn't feel the same, right? I don't know why. If I'm going baseline, right? Me coming back this way, obviously, is this play, but it just looks so much cooler. Going left, you have him on the outside of you for this inside, which is unblockable, right? It's just a crafty play, right? There's no way, no matter how much athleticism you have, you're not getting to this shot. But it's not a shot you would be thinking he would take, because if I'm going baseline, I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here with it where he can block it. But since he's actually left-handed, right, this is his play. Beautiful.
Gets inside, banks it in, tie game.
And it's kind of a foul.
Durant inside, drives, offensive foul on Durant.
They want to get
You don't put the right. This is a lob, right? This is just throw it up right here.
Side drives, offensive foul.
And usually Kevin Durant don't make like mishaps like that, but obviously Jalen Brunson usually don't take charges or whatever. But but that's just a little lob.
That the Rockets don't have enough time to get one.
Brunson pulls up, jump shot, it's good. Jalen Brunson knocks it down. And
ensure that the Rockets don't have enough time to get one.
Brunson pulls up, jump shot, it's good. Jalen Brunson knocks it down.
I want you to look at what he's looking at, and I'll show you right here. Y'all ready? This is called a masterclass from scorers. So you can tell when he's about to pull up, so you know when to pull up.
But ensure that the Rockets don't have enough.
Boom, you're right, you got him shifting. So he wants to go left. He's waiting till he move his feet, right? So he attacks him. Now, this is good defense so far. Once his left leg crosses, that's when he stops. Boom. When that leg crosses, he knows he can't recover. And that's when he pulls up for the stop. All right, so let's gauge it again.
Get a 2-for-1, but ensure
right, tween, you just shifting them, boom. Now take him. As soon as that left leg crosses, his body goes here, stop and pull up, because he's in this motion. He's already emoting. And that's the ability that's what he's looking at. That's what Kyrie looks at. That's what all the great pull-up guys look at. They're trying to make your legs move, and they're going to take off. As soon as you cross your leg to catch up back to him, that's when they're pulling up or stepping sideways.
Jump shot, it's good. Jalen Brunson,
beautiful basketball, man.
And the Knicks take the lead. Durant, at his size, will guard the inbounds. Now he faces the other way. Knicks searching. Hart has to throw it in, lobs it in. Anunoby has it, and Anunoby fouled immediately.
So look, this is a beautiful game. This is a beautiful comeback. I mean, it was great building New York type of win. I mean, they got down by 18, came back and sustained their intensity, their defensive, pressure, and the building just willed them, to this win. Now, this was a great game. We've seen what Cat did. We've seen what Brunson did. Now, this is where everything gets a little weird. So let's watch the weirdness of what happened here. And I'm going to try to figure out what they're trying to say, why they're trying to say it at this moment in time. So we can cap off the capping off of the caps.
Before the Knicks and Rockets game, Shaq and Chuck called out Cat for playing soft, and Karl-Anthony Towns actually joined inside the NBA for a post-game interview, and Shaq and Chuck were arguing about one of his responses.
Carl, Shaq here. You know us. We're from Jersey, so I always keep it real. At the beginning of the game, I said you were playing soft because I've seen you at times when you play great. And what you must understand in New York, you need to be great for you guys to win the championship. It's high aspirations. If you guys win the championship, of course they're going to talk about Brunson, but it's you and your play You have to be dominant. You responded very, very well. You played well. You played in the paint. That's how you should play. You should always play great. Being from Jersey, good ain't good enough. You had a great game tonight. I'm proud of you.
For sure. But what you said too is if we win a championship, they could talk about anybody as long as we all get a ring. That's the most important thing.
No, but
I don't care. I don't care about none of that.
No, but you got to play great. 1-2 punch, and you part of that 1-2 punch.
Hell yeah. But, I want to make sure we all understand the biggest goal, the main goal here is to win. It don't matter about who gets the credit or whatever. I just want to be a part of the ring.
Nope, you got to play great to get the credit.
I hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Legend, I agree with you.
All right.
I agree with you.
You know I got your jersey, baby.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a weird conversation at this moment in time because he played great, he played physical. So what Shaq is talking about doesn't necessarily have to do with tonight's game. It's more of, hey, sometimes you probably play soft, and for you to win a championship, you can't have those moments. And Cat is saying exactly what we were programmed to think. So what Cat is saying is 100% correct. As long as we get the ring, it doesn't matter, right? Because we are told ring any means necessary. If I have 2 points, if I have 100 points, the ring is the ring, right? That's what Cat is talking about, is what we're programmed to think. But Shaq is also telling you the realness of the ring. If you don't play well, if you don't contribute, it don't count. So we understand, we all as basketball players were told this play your role and you get a ring, you're a champion. You are the champ. And that's what Cat is standing on. I don't care. I don't care about all who gets that credit and all that. I can care less. Give me the ring. That's all that matters. And Shaq is like, yeah. I get what you're saying, and that's true. But if you don't play well while getting that ring, they're not going to give you no credit. Meaning, the people that's assessing your career is not going to really fully give you. Remember, he's sitting on the panel with Charles Barkley, who don't have a ring, but he always says, hey, whoa, big fella, you was carried to some of them championships by Kobe and Wade, because he's telling you in real time what happens here. So he's kind of saying, hey, just when you're there, just make sure you contribute what you're contributing. That's what Shaq is kind of trying to say.
What do you think about his response? Carl
is a nice kid.
But in order to?
Everybody can't be Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, natural born killers.
But everybody can have that mentality.
Yeah, that's not true. Shaq, you are one of the greatest.
You're going to be great. It's about mentality.
Shaq, but everybody's not built the same.
Okay.
Like, it'd be nice to say everybody just want to be killed. Some guys, they're great players who are nice people.
Okay, but hold on, let me stop. Scott Skiles had a killer mentality. He wasn't a great player, but he had the mentality.
Yeah, that's the way Scott Skiles had to be that. Or he wouldn't have been in the NBA.
And guess what? He has to be that if they win the championship.
No, because
am I right?
You're right. You cannot make a nice guy mean. You either born with it or you're not.
Okay, so what they're both saying is correct. Scott Skiles obviously couldn't have been just a nice person. He had to be the arrogant, tough nose, don't take no shit to even make it, right? Non-athletic, Caucasian, right? There's just certain things you have to be mentally to get past a whole bunch of circumstances. So you're right on that. And then you're right on, if you're a nice person, you're a nice person. But that has nothing to do with your basketball side of you.
I think what happens also is his skill level has taken him so far that he didn't have to do the dirty work. He's always been the best player in his group. So his skill level, shooting threes, handling the basketball, getting to the rim, he didn't have to bully his way into baskets.
Shaq, I'm not talking about bullying. I'm talking about, you just said he's been the best player, right? So play like you're the best. You have to be consistent.
That's been my only criticism of him.
Mine too.
But he's a nice guy, Shaq.
He is a nice guy.
Remember, because I have the same argument with Jared Allen. I think Jared Allen should be one of the 10, 15 best players in the NBA. He's just not a killer. He is a really good player. But like I say, you can't, okay, describe for those who watch. Let me give you an example. I will give you an example. Okay. Kenneth Smith was a really good NBA player.
No, Kenny was great.
No, I wouldn't. We're not going to do that. But let me tell you something. If I put
I'm sorry. Charles is listen, Charles is funny when he wants to be, right? I'm just looking up something real quick. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, hold on. I'll let him finish.
Maxwell's brain in this dude. Would you agree with that?
No, but hold on
a second.
No.
On the court.
No.
On the court. But you can't have. No, I don't want his brain. I love you, B-Max. But I love you. I want that. I would say, Shaq, if Vernon Maxwell, you know what I understand what you said, but the thing is, it's funny because Vernon and I used to talk about that on the bus, and we're talking about a guy. We used to say, we need each other. And I said, Vernon, I don't get as hyped as you. You bring me to a level to get hyped. And he said, no, but you bring me to a level to calm me down. So we needed each other at those times.
Let me tell you what Kenny was great. You was jumping on me. I was getting swept in the final, right? Kenny told me in the game, y'all better stop doubling me. Because his mentality said, you keep doubling me and leaving me open, I'm going to hit the shot. It's about, I'm not saying be me and all that. It's about mentality. When I tell you, you got to do this and do that, don't respond by saying, I'm trying to look out for everything. No. You got to be great.
See, and that's the problem. There's this distance between media and players. What call how he answers, he's answering the question on how we are supposed to answer it, right? We're supposed to say, because this is what we've been told, win the championship, that's all that matters. So he's answering like that. That's the answer that he's giving you for national TV. That, it doesn't matter how we get it, as long as we get it. That's his answer. Because he has to answer that way. He knows he can't say no selfish individual things or goals because it's going to be perceived wrong. He can't go out there and say, no facts. If we're winning the championship, I'm him. I'm going to do him. It's 1-2. He can't do that. You're going to kill him because if he don't win it, you're going to say because you're too selfish. You didn't play team basketball first. You didn't think team first. So he's at a lose-lose. If he doesn't answer in the dog way, he becomes selfish. No, if he doesn't answer in a dog way, he becomes weak and soft. If he answers it in that killer mentality way, he's selfish. So he has to play the media game and say, it's about team and team and team. You know, the same shit if you're having a bad game, but your team won, you say, great team win. Come on. We've been there. We do it.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying we all don't have the same mental makeup.
Okay.
And listen, Karl Anthony is a very good player, terrific player. He's just a nice guy. He ain't no killer. We can't make him no killer. He don't have no killer like you. You're dangerous.
Okay.
You out there elbowing and trying to hurt people.
I am.
But that's your personality.
Okay. All right.
We're all wired different.
Your ass, you step across.
Are we not?
Now, and this is why I said there's this there's this weird outlook on players like Cat. When I mean players like him, I will put him, I would say a Sengun, I would say a Gasol, I would say more Paul Gasol than Marc Gasol. I would say Jokic, Chris Bosh, right? You have these very, very skilled guys who plays the skill game, right? I'm more skilled than you, right? It's not brute style basketball. It's skilled basketball. It's talented basketball. He plays no different than a guard play who has talent, right? Steph Curry, skilled, right? He's pushing away. He's getting off of, because you're trying to use physical strength against him. So his whole game is roll off all of these brute style defensive tactics, right? So Kyrie, right? You're talking about even Kevin Durant, right? It's a more of a skill play versus an athletic guy who's playing strongman basketball, who's trying to jump through everything. So when we think of Cat, we think of this soft individual play because he knows how to shoot threes. That's not actually his game. He does play mid-range. He does play posting up, beat 'em up style basketball. But I think that the mannerisms that he shows during games, like Chris Bosh used to do, you think that that's how he plays the game. Because he has these little weird moments in the game that says soft. But who pumps him? Who have you seen game in and game out punk Carl Anthony out of games? Usually when he's checked out because he's not getting the ball. He's not checked out because someone physically took him out of a game. Who physically took Paul Gasol out of the game? And for all the people who think about mentality and this killer mentality, Kobe Bryant was the most mental focused person I've witnessed. I've seen it. We've watched every teammate he's ever played with. The softest man that he ever played with through the media's eyes was Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol is Kobe's best friend, best teammate he ever played with. Meaning, if Kobe was mentally one of the strongest minds in basketball and he tests everyone, that means Paul Gasol passed every mental test Kobe put in front of him for Kobe to make him. This is my kids. This is who I want around my kids. This man has my back 24/7, which paints a different picture from how we perceive someone versus what they are really. When you look at Cat and he's just running around and he says things in an interview, you think that's actually how he plays the game. If you really look at the play, he does play a rugged style of basketball. He does bang. He's just bang, bang, spin, ha, got you, right? But he just has a shot and he shoots shots. Yeah, there's times where if he has a little guy on him, he shoots it. He has a big guy on it, he shoots it. But he will sit there, post up, you two little big guy. But he's smart enough to know, well, yeah, I have a little guy on me. If I try to, when I do that bang first, they're gonna fly, that's offensive foul, well, I can just shoot right over him. So I can't say he plays the game wrong or right. He plays the game how he sees the game in a moment. And I just think there's this, we don't appreciate what he does to the game. And if he had to say something to someone like Charles Barkley, that'd kind of like shut down his whole theory of what mentality is. Charles Barkley played the game with this reckless mentality of 90s basketball. I'm going to dunk on you. I'm going to do this. We know if you watch his game, it was played physical. So to Charles, who will be considered a lion, Carl Anthony's style will be kitty cat to Charles Barkley. Now, Carl's stance will be, well, no offense, OG, but all that rugged shit you did, all that, you averaged 22 and 11. With my finesse style, I'm averaging 22 and 11. We both put up the same damn numbers at the end of the day. So how you played the game and how you seen it versus how I'm playing, I'm seeing it. Two different styles, same result. Is Carl Anthony going to win an MVP at this age? I don't know. You won one, yeah, but you won one because you went to a better team. Meaning, just so we understand, you didn't become a better player. You was already, Charles, a great player. You were a, let's see, just so we understand, you averaged 23 and 11. You was 12th in MVP votes. As in Philly in the 90s, you were runner-up to MVP in 89 and 90. You was 4th in MVP votes 90-91. And then your team had a horrible year. Then you was 12, second team. Right? You asked to be traded because obviously there was a decline on the team's success. But you was runner-up. You was top 6. Fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years straight. You was top 6 in voting. So you individually was a top 5 player, period. Then you go to the Phoenix Suns. You individually didn't have to do nothing different. You just had to be put in a different environment. And the environment was, you went to a team, the year before you got there, won 53 games. I mean, the 3 years before you got there, the 4 years before you got there, they won 55 games, 54 games, 55 games. The year before you got there, 53 games. So you went to an amazing team. So this individual guy who by himself is top 6 in voting for MVP every year. You get put on a team that is gonna be top in the West, 1 or 2. Adding you to this team is championship worthy. Now you as the best player on that team, that's where MVP comes from. So I can't say that Carl can't win an MVP. The 22 and 11 puts him in that category. Now you put him on a team like Denver with Jokic, you put him at OKC, right? You put him on a team where you can't put him on OKC because of, they already have a ball dominant guy. But if he is the centerpiece and he's having one of those breakout years and he's averaging 25 and 12 and they're number 1, he would be considered an MVP candidate. But let's stop putting the disrespect on his name because of how he plays the game. And a lot of players like him do get disrespected for the style. Carl Anthony plays the Euro style. He is the Euro style, and the Euro style it's a finesse look. It's a finesse look. But the game itself is still playing with brute because remember, you're trying to punk them. What you're trying to do to them is beat on them because you think they're soft because how they look and how nice they are outside of the game. Right? You can say Luka's soft. Cool. Averaging 34, 35, that's soft. Well, goddamn it, how tough are you if you can't stop it? Jokic, he's soft, right? He don't say nothing, he's very nice, right? If you look at him, he's getting beat up the whole game, but he don't have a strong basketball physical way of it. It's all that spin-off Euro style. So I think what Shaq is saying, for them to win the championship, Carl doesn't have to play tough. He already does that. He just has to appear. He just has to play basketball. And don't have the moments in the series where he only took 5 or 6, 7 shots. He only had 11 or 13. And I think that what we think Cat seems soft is when he's not getting the ball, he don't demand that shit out loud publicly. That's not his character. See, 80s, if Shaq ain't getting the ball, he's trying to wring your neck in the locker room. Now, if Carl did that, then okay. But that's not his personality. He's not going to go at his teammates and stuff like that. So the game is different. The people are different. I make fun of Cat because just the mannerisms, because that's what I do, because I'm a troll. But when it comes to just basketball, power forward or center, he has a claim for the last 11 years. He has been top 2, top 3 in his position every year. You can give him credit or you don't. Yes, he has. Like, he gets the raw end of the stick because of just the mannerisms, but he averages 22.811. This is the worst of his career, but that's just because the offense and the coaching has changed. Last year, this man averaged 24 and then 13. And there was moments where he thought he checked out of the game, but he averaged 24. Jesus Christ. Like this year, he's averaging 14 shots, but 4 of them are threes. So he's not hanging around the three-point line like we think he is. So I think it was a great dialogue, and I understand, because I played in the era with Shaq and I understand what he tries to do. He tries to like motivate you in a way. It's a weird motivational thing. And Charles is just how he sees the game. He's just going to do what he does. But if you just try to take away all of that and just try to figure out what they're all trying to say, you can kind of get it. You just have to weed through like who they are. Like even Shaquille O'Neal, he was more finesse than you think because he was skilled. Like there's a difference between him and Dwight Howard, right? Dwight Howard tried to push through you. Shaq actually had moves that he, I'm gonna spin on you, I'm gonna do the tornado spin, coming like the dunking part of Shaq was very physical. The defense, the throwing you, the blow, like those were the physical. But if you compare him to Shaquille O'Neal, if you compare him to Dwight Howard, you will see one was rugged. Like, I just want to push through you. Like, I don't have no skill. Like, just get me close to the rim. I'm going to dunk it. Right? Amari Stoudemire versus Shaquille O'Neal. Right? Very different styles. But Shaq seems more brutal because once he got to the rim, what he did to the rim was the brutal part of it. But Shaquille O'Neal was skilled. Like, he was more of a, if you take away the free throw to three-point line and you just say the physical, the play inside, it was more of the Jokic, Joel Embiid foot movement, but because he was so athletic and strong, once he went up, he was trying to dunk. He wasn't trying to get no fouls because you had to foul him to stop him from dunking. So it's just a different style of play that gets criticized, but the result is the result, and Carl Anthony, man, is a hell of a basketball player. And I think because he's a nice guy, he's just a nice human. Like when you see him in interviews, right? Like you make fun of him because how he talks, because it doesn't look like how he talks. That's not 24 and 13, right? But that is 24 and 13, I think. So I think that how he presents himself off the court, when voters are voting, they're voting, oh, he's soft. They're not even looking at the game and like, oh shit, damn, 24 and 13. Oh my God, this is what he does. So I think, he always gets that. Oh yeah, we can just put Carl in, but like Carl's dominating. Okay, Knicks win the game. You see what he did to Sengun. Sengun is tough, right? He got out tough by somebody who's not tough. You see. Hey, Carl, man, I got your jersey. But when I was trying to make fun of you, what I did is I went back I wanted to see your early years. That's why I changed my opinion. Because I went back to see how you play, like what, and posting, playing, dunking, like it's like more of the surgeries that kind of in developing of your skill and realize you're saving your body more by being able to shoot threes and being able to expand your game, right? So once I followed it, I was like, oh no, he's more dangerous than he actually appears. So see y'all in the playoffs. Peace.